The morning was cold and damp. Sister Mary was making her usual round in the back alley behind St. Vincent's Church when she heard it. A faint, desperate cry. At first, she thought it was a cat. But then, her heart froze. It was the sound of a baby, tucked inside a torn cardboard box. Wrapped in nothing but a dirty cloth was a newborn boy. His tiny fists clenched the air, his face red from the chill. For a moment, Sister Mary couldn't breathe. She knelt, scooped him up, and held him close to her chest. "Oh, dear God," she whispered, tears brimming in her eyes. Who could abandon such an innocent soul? She carried him back into the church, warmed him, and that night she made a decision. That would change both their lives forever. She would raise him as her own. The baby grew up to be Daniel. He had no last name, no family history, only Sister Mary, who gave him love, discipline, and faith. Life wasn't easy. They survived on donations and the meager support the convent received. But Daniel never complained. He was smart, kind, and fiercely protective of the woman who had rescued him. As Daniel grew into a young man, Sister Mary often wondered who his parents were. She had noticed one thing that set him apart: the expensive blanket he was found in. Even though it was dirty and torn, the initials stitched in golden thread remained clear: HW. One evening, when Daniel was 20, Sister Mary fell ill. While at the hospital, she finally decided to tell him the truth. "Daniel," she whispered, holding his hand, "I found you in a garbage box. But you weren't an ordinary child. I believe you were from a rich family. The blanket you had, it had initials, HW. I kept it safe for you." She handed him the old, folded cloth. Daniel stared at it, his heart racing. Something inside him shifted. I have to find out who I really am," he said. Weeks later, Daniel's search led him to the grand estate of Henry Wallace, one of the wealthiest businessmen in America. The golden initials on the mansion's gate matched the blanket perfectly. With his heart pounding, Daniel requested a meeting. At first, the guards laughed him off. But when Mr. Wallace saw the blanket, his face went pale. "Where did you get this?" Henry Wallace demanded, his voice shaking. Daniel swallowed hard. "It was with me. The day a nun found me abandoned in a garbage box. Sister Mary raised me. But this belonged to you, didn't it?" Henry's eyes filled with tears. 20 years of silence broke with a single confession. "You're my son," he whispered. "My only son. Your mother passed away the night you were born. A cruel relative, trying to erase you from my life, ordered you to be discarded. I searched for you for years, but I never found you." Daniel stood frozen. Part of him wanted to cry, part of him wanted to scream. How could his father have everything: mansions, cars, businesses, while he grew up with nothing?
"You lived in luxury," Daniel said bitterly, "while I lived on scraps. Sister Mary gave me love, but she couldn't give me what you could. Do you know what it's like to go hungry?" Henry lowered his head in shame. "I thought I lost you forever. Daniel, I can't undo the past, but I want to make it right." Daniel's voice trembled. "Then prove it. For 20 years I had nothing." Daniel continued, his fists tight. "If you truly regret it, then give me what I deserve. $20 million, one for each year you weren't there." The room went silent. The request was bold, almost impossible to believe. But Henry didn't hesitate. "You're my blood," he said. "If that's what it takes to heal the wounds I caused, you'll have it." The money wasn't just cash, it was opportunity. Daniel didn't waste it. He built charities in Sister Mary's name, funded orphanages, and created scholarships for kids who grew up with nothing like he did. And slowly he began to let his father into his life. They had dinners together, long talks, and even arguments. But beneath it all was the bond of father and son finally discovered. Sister Mary lived to see Daniel prosper. On her hospital bed, she smiled at both men standing beside her. "I always knew, Daniel," she whispered, "that you were meant for something greater. But remember, it wasn't wealth that made you who you are. It was love." Daniel looked at Henry, and then at the woman who had saved his life. For the first time, he felt whole. He had been abandoned, yes, but he had also been found. The $20 million couldn't buy back the lost years, but it became the bridge to a future where father and son could walk together. And in that moment, Daniel realized something powerful. Sometimes family isn't about blood or money. It's about the ones who never give up on you, even when the world throws you away.